so thank you all for taking the time to be here today. I want to make sure first that everyone does have their copy of the agenda and the discoveries that was sent out prior.
See, this is the agenda.
And I do have a couple extra here. I think everyone's good.
And
Also, I believe we are sending around the sign-in sheet now. And when you sign that, we are acknowledging confidentiality, so nothing that we discuss
do you
here
understand
will be
what
discussed
confidentiality means?
otherwise.
You do?
So if we're going down the agenda then, first thing we will go ahead and do is just an introduction. So we all, well, thank you, Miss Janet. So we are all on the same page as far as who we are, where we're coming from. I'll go and start. My name's Mary, and I'm the facilitator for Janet, Rita, and Tom's joint planning team.
My name's Tracy. I'm a case manager from Centerville Clinics. I'm covering for Bree Mahalik.
I'm Lisa Mylan. I am the supervisor and coach of the Family Youth Empowerment Program.
My name is Ashley, and I'm the youth support partner for the Greene County Family Youth Empowerment Program. Can you say your name? Say who you are. Everybody
Who
knows
are
who
you?
you are. What's your name?
Is your name?
Janet? What's your last name? Grimm? Good job.
That's good, girl. Thank you, Janet.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
Tom
you,
Grimm,
Janet.
Janet's dad.
I'm Rita Grimm, Janet's mom.
Okay.
And that's little Brady?
Dominic.
Dominic. Why do I want to call it Brady? That's complete. I'm done.
I'm glad you all could be here and that we're here together. Next thing we'll go ahead and do then, what we like to do
Janet.
at our initial meetings is go ahead and
She
establish
signed
some
for it,
ground
right? Or
rules
no?
that we'll go ahead
No.
and use in each meeting we
Janet?
have going forward. A couple kind of
I didn't put my
non-negotiable
number or
ones
anything.
that
I
I
was just getting ready.
had put up here, just to get us started, of course, is the confidentiality, which we
You understand what
discussed.
confidentiality
Nothing
means?
that we talk about
What's it
here
mean?
would be talked about otherwise.
We can't talk about
Next thing I
anything
have
else.
up here is mandated reporting. There are some of us in the room that are mandated reporters, myself, Tracy, Lisa, and Ashley. Just so, if we were to be made aware of like any unsafe circumstances, you know, we would have to report that, but we would always
Do you
discuss it
understand
with you
what that means?
beforehand.
Mandated reporting, if something's safe, we have to, not
Next
safe, we have to
thing
report it.
would be
You understand that?
as far as us having an effective meeting, we want to kind of figure out what a good length of time would be for everyone, what everyone, you know, is comfortable with as far as a time frame. Like, do we want to try to stay within an hour, more or less? What are you guys comfortable with as far
You
as
think an hour
a
is
time
good?
frame?
An
Hour?
hour's good?
Yeah, no.
Especially if Janet's gonna be
Janet
here.
said an hour's
Mhm.
good too.
Okey doke. Does that work for you?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, so try to keep our meetings within 1 hour. I know we got a little bit of a late start, but we'll try to move through as quick as we can. Next thing then would be decision making. So when we do our meetings and kind of get down to that point, when we're talking about your goal, we're gonna brainstorm as many options as we can think of in order that you guys can meet that goal. When we brainstorm though, if we have a really long list, we're gonna need to narrow it down in order that we can turn that into some real steps that we can take. So what we'll need is someone that can sort of decide what options you guys wanna go with. And when we do this, sometimes the family likes to kind of collaborate as a whole and decide what you want to move forward with. Sometimes, you know, mom decides, dad decides, just kind of whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to do that, you know, together, or
Would you guys like to make decisions as a family, Janet? Or would you like mom and dad to do
Yeah.
it?
yeah, I know you guys typically kind of collaborate on.
Yeah, we usually just
Everything,
talk together.
What do you think,
Okay.
Janet?
And then,
Would
of
you
course,
like, you would like your mom and dad or you? And all of you? All of you to make decisions? Just mom and dad?
okay. So Rita and Tom then, and then Janet, you know, I'm sure she can always
You can
help
always
out if
chime
she
in.
decides.
Yeah.
Any other ground rules, then, that you guys think may have that we should be sticking to in our meetings?
Do you have any other rules about the meeting you think we should add to the list? What's the rule? What's one rule you wanna add? You don't know? Okay. It's okay, yeah, you're doing good so far.
One we usually like to do in our meetings is no shaming or blaming. We're not here to point any fingers, we're not here to judge, and we're not here to blame one another. So we like to have a very non-judgmental atmosphere. So we do no shaming and blaming.
Do you understand what no shaming and blaming means? It means that we're not gonna blame you for things or tell you did wrong. Sound like a plan? You like
Anything else
thinking,
that anyone can think of?
I had you before.
I can think of anything.
Okay. Alrighty. We can always add to this too if you think of anything else.
That can be before.
huh? You got all kinds of stuff to play with. And we'll get this off.
Goes up there
I
then for
need
now.
them.
Let me see here. So next thing then that we do like to do in our meetings, just to sort of set it off on a positive tone, are celebrations. So, anything really, personal.
I have a
celebration.
celebration.
Okay.
My celebration is that my power steering pump went out on my car, but it's covered under warranty, so that's good.
That is a celebration.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
What about you, Janet? What's your celebration? What about all your postcards you've been getting? Why don't you tell everybody how many you got? How many postcards do you have?
11 postcards.
And where are they all from? A lot of different places around the United States for school. And whoever gets the most gets what?
A prize.
Oh yeah? Are you excited about that? So that's your celebration?
Like
Wow.
I never got one from Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico.
Wow.
She wants
That's
some from New
awesome.
Mexico and different places,
She
so.
definitely wants one from Mississippi, so they're trying to work on one for her.
Wow.
And get her one.
But I have nobody at Mississippi.
You don't know.
Well, don't lose hope.
You never know.
Yep,
That's
never
awesome,
know.
Janet. Congratulations on all your
Yeah.
postcards so far. Anything else?
Mine would be having a good stable job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great, awesome.
Doing something you like. Any other celebrations?
Do you have any other
Janet, you got one more?
You got one more? What's good going on?
I've been doing good in school.
That's what we like to hear.
Mm-hmm, I thought
Good
that.
student.
We're doing good.
What are you learning about?
Our numbers and letters.
Cool.
Awesome. All right. Any other celebrations? Go ahead and move on. Okay. So next thing then, if we're following down on the agenda here, just want to kind of do a quick review of your family's discovery.
Well, we're gonna look at this now.
Kind of take a look at some of the strengths that we've learned about
Remember
your
how we
family when
talked
we were
about your
developing
strengths?
this document, your culture, and we'd like to take a look at your family vision that we have on that cover page as well. And we have Janet's beautiful artwork there on the cover page also. So as far as your some of the strengths that we have come to know about your family is that you're both very strong caretakers. So that's definitely a strength that we've seen in both of you. And then we know that, you know, Janet is
Wanna
very
scoot over here?
loving and outgoing. She's very funny.
There you
As
go.
far as your overall culture, we've kind of come to understand that you're a very bonded family, very close, and that's, you know, something that's important to you. That kind of defines sort of the culture of your family. I wanted
I
to
definitely
see, does
tried to
anyone
make-
have any additional strengths, you know, whether it's about the family or
What's a good thing about
if you
your
guys
dad?
have come to realize any strengths about, you know, any of the
Nice
other
about Dominic.
team members.
You wanna say it or do you want me to say it? Okay, name a strength about your dad that you just told me.
He takes care of Dominic.
He's good with taking care of Dominic.
Because he doesn't be mean or make a face or nothing.
We would hope not. Awesome job, Janet. You're doing great. Don't get marker on your daddy's shirt.
I'll come off.
Yeah.
I don't care if I do on the watch.
What about your mom? What's the strength of your mom?
She's always nice.
Your mom's always nice. Well, we'll have to write that up there.
I can make an arrow.
What's the strength about you? What about a strength about yourself? What do you do good, and what's the strength of
I
yours?
take care of my teddy bears and everything.
You take care of your teddy bears?
Because I like taking care of my little baby Coco. It's a what Tashi gave me when I found in the car. Right, Mama?
I think you're a very smart little cookie. So,
And you're very fun and loving.
Yeah, I think I must have told Miss Lisa about 5 times how much fun I had when I had first come out to meet. I don't know if it was the first time we met or maybe the second time I think that you were there. I told her, how funny you were and that you really made me smile. So I think that's a great strength.
You're funny and you smile.
What do you got to say?
Dominic's got something to
Love you,
say.
man. Yeah.
I know what he said.
and you're very good with your little, I'm going to say it wrong, cousin.
Nephew.
Nephew.
Darn it. I will get it right sooner or
You're
later.
very good with your nephew.
He said that every time his mommy never gets hurt, when he grows up, he'll always be mommy's girl.
Aw.
Boy.
Boy.
That's what he said. You have
Anyone
something
have
else to say?
Other strengths we can add to the list, and of course we'll always keep adding, as we come to learn them.
When we spoke with Terry definitely said, that they are just very loving parents and
You're doing so good, Janet. I'm so
always
proud of
willing
you.
to do anything for
You did
their
say you would
kiddos.
participate, huh? You like the meeting? You get to draw and color and play with slinkies. I think you got Play-Doh on the slinky.
I wasn't playing with Play-Doh.
He wasn't?
I put it back before I play with Play-Doh.
Next thing we'll go ahead and
Oh yeah.
take a look at in the discovery would be the family vision. And you have Janet, Mark, Rita, and Tom live together
Remember I
under
just
one
read
roof.
You know my brother.
You told me about it.
You told us about it, remember?
Janet is able to manage her feelings,
This is
and
what
the
we're going
family is
over
able
right
to
now.
spend time together in the community. Rita has obtained her associate degree in criminal justice, and Tom continues to work at Shop and Save.
So that's your vision. Do you understand what that is?
So that
How you
vision
see your
is
family.
basically where you kind of see yourselves in the future, where you would like to be down the road. And like I said, we say it in the present tense just to kind of give that feeling that that's, where you will be.
Do you understand
in
what
the
this
future.
means? What means what you'll be in the future.
And kind of along the same lines as your family's vision, we like to come up with a team mission that, keeping in mind your family's culture, the strengths that all of you have, we want to kind of make a commitment, each one of us, to this team, and we formulate that into a statement. And it's what we'll kind of adhere to going forward in all the meetings that we have. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you, Sunshine? We're gonna do a family mission. How we can help your family. Sound cool? Yeah? Shaking your head, yeah? She's not, oh,
Yeah, you gotta finish
Yeah,
with
I know.
the mom and dad.
Okay, so I would say, as far as my commitment to this team, just trying my best to make sure that we do have effective meetings where you feel like you know, we're doing some planning that's really gonna lead to a workable, you know, plan for you guys. So that's my commitment. Anyone else have anything they wanna add, just as far
You got a
as
pen?
what
Yeah,
you will
pen's right.
contribute to this team?
What can you contribute to the team? Can you contribute to, what do you think? Being nice and trying to listen to us? Being open? No?
And I agree
You
with
want us to
support
be
the
nice?
family and help them with needed resources in the community. I
Okay.
agree with you that.
Yeah, and I think she, you know, she has, and I'm sure she will continue to, you know, provide you guys with support and link you up with some really useful resources.
You dropped it. Be careful you don't bump your head. Oh, told you. Here, back this up a little bit so I can get you out.
The other wall lights up, by the way.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Anything
I couldn't
else?
figure out how.
Pretty.
Ashley, anything else?
I would support youth and any like just getting her voice out.
Okay.
What do you think, Janet?
Bracelet.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Why don't you go? There you go. Support youth and helping her get her voice and choice out.
So many babies. Many of these.
Anything else?
And Janet said that she would commit to being nice. So, right, Janet?
I think I make a bracelet.
Okay,
I'm
anything
gonna make a
else then?
bracelet.
So just kind of taking some of the bullets here and thinking what our actual statement will be. I would guess it would sound something like, as a team, we commit to having effective meetings where we support the youth and families' voice and choice, always making them aware of any resources that we're aware of and being nice to one another. Does that kind of sound? Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm going to make one for Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make another
It'll
bracelet?
last an hour here.
Mm-hmm.
I tried.
Okay.
I'm going to make a candy cane
So-
for Mama.
Kind of still taking a look at the discovery here for just a minute. We're going to kind of want to just review. The family's done a really great job in kind of prioritizing what some of their needs are, just based on some barriers that they faced. So on page number 1 of the discovery, we have a list of the prioritized needs, and they're kind of in the order that we'll address them. The first one being that Janet will improve her behavior both at home and in the community. The family will be reunified in their home, and Rita will complete the requirements to obtain her associate's degree in criminal justice. And number 1 there is what we're kind of going to be tackling today. That Janet will improve her behavior both at home and in the community. We kind of try to paint a picture of how all of these different things, in terms of your strength, your culture, your vision, our mission statement, sort of how they all kind of link together and relate right back to that need. So being that you are a very bonded family, you know, we realize that it's important for you guys to be able to go out in the community and spend time together. Or even if you're just spending time at home, you want that to
That's
be
why he's my own.
good time spent where you're not, you know, always addressing kind of the tantrums and things like that.
I'm sorry. I'm watching the baby laughing at you.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Like I'm trying not to like interrupt you, but he is seriously focusing on you and he is smiling
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Like I think he is seriously flirting with you.
And also, I just want to keep in mind the strength of the youth, that she's strong, that they're a strong family, and that she's very fun and also very loving. for, you know, to keep in mind about the brainstorming ideas.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's a good point too. You know, Janet is such a carefree spirit. She is so funny. I think that strength will really help as far as kind of meeting this first need of her improving her behavior, because it is clear that she really, you know, does like to make others smile and make them happy. So I think that will definitely help with that as well. Kind of leading, you know, right back into that vision statement. That need is almost kind of embedded right in there about you guys wanting to be able to spend more time together, you know, as a family.
Or go on a meeting.
And I think with our mission, I think we'll definitely be able to support you in any way that you see fit, you know, throughout. So kind of how that all sort of relates back together. So then, as far as the need, the priority need that we'll be discussing today, that Janet will improve her behavior both at home and in the community, we had a first goal of Janet reducing her tantrums. So that's kind of what we are going to surround our brainstorming around, is that first goal of Janet reducing her tantrums. So I didn't know if you guys want to just kind of give us a little bit of what that kind of looks like for you, and how that's kind of, you know, disruptive as far as your, you know, your life as a family and kind of what's going on. Just a quick little update as far as that, if you feel comfortable.
What it's like with her temper tantrum?
Yeah, just kind of what you're seeing and kind of what led you to want to sort of address this.
Doesn't matter where you are, what you do. If you tell her no, that's it. You're in a temper. She's in a temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
Even if she thinks she did something wrong, she's during a temper tantrum.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. So I hear you. I mean, I can see how that would kind of be a barrier to you getting closer to kind of that vision that you do have. And what about Miss Janet? Does she want to say anything as far as when she gets upset
What
at
happens
home,
when you
or?
get upset? What makes you so upset? Okay.
When mommy doesn't want me to be here, I get upset, a little cranky.
Mm-hmm. So you get angry? And what happens when you get angry?
I cough.
You cough.
Then I had to throw up when
You
I
have to
cough.
throw up. You get so worked up that you throw up.
Do you see there being a need to help you with that?
Janet,
What?
do you think we can help you with that? Do you think that's a need you have?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No. Yep.
Come sit up here with me.
Very
Well, we're
good.
gonna do our best to try to think
High five
of
for that.
some really creative ideas.
We're gonna try to help you with this.
We can help you conquer that.
We're gonna help you. Don't get so worked up and so upset.
Thanks.
Thank you, Janet. You're doing a great job.
Okay.
Ooh.